And yeah, I got fat. Before you know it, you're not too careful. And of course, I didn't have a steady place to train, while I was doing all this traveling. But now that I'm settled in, okay, now I look at myself, I took these pictures, I'm like, God damn, all right, time to, get back to being OG fit and not OG fat. What's up guys, Hong Nguyen, OG Fitness. Welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new, this channel is all about fitness for judo and martial arts for older guys. So I'm 45 years old. I've been doing judo for about 9 years now. I got my black belt and a blue belt in BJJ. And yeah, a lifelong martial artist. Okay, so let's dive into this video right away. This one is gonna be about how I am gonna get back to being fit. Now, here's a couple of pictures of me from, let's say, 2019 until about 2024. And you guys will notice that in these pictures, well, I'm ultra lean, ultra fit, right? And in these pictures, I'm between 9% to 12% body fat. I fluctuated during the years. At the lowest, it was 9%, I believe. Now, in 2024 to 2025, well, I got fat. Now, how did that happen? Well, traveling, moving to a new country, eating a lot. I moved to Germany, guys. So what happened there was, well, there was a lot of beer involved, a lot of bread, a lot of, sorry, not butter, but cheese. Yeah, it's a big thing here. And I indulged in it. And yeah, I got fat. Before you know it, you're not too careful. And of course, I didn't have a steady place to train, while I was doing all this traveling. But now that I'm settled in, okay, now I look at myself, I took these pictures, I'm like, God damn, all right, time to, get back to being OG fit and not OG fat. So it is what it is right now. I'm fat at this point. Between 2019 and 2024, I was between 9 to 12% body fat. So I weighed about, at my lowest, I think during that time, I was about 150. And at my highest, I was about 160. Now, right now, I'm at 175-ish. I would say I'm about 20% body fat, which is way too much for my liking. But do I want to get back to what I was before? And the answer is no, not really. I want to stay at the same weight, but I want to change the body composition. So I want to have more muscle and less body fat, but I want to stay at the same weight. And now the reason why is because one of the things I noticed at this weight is that I'm a lot less prone to injuries. I'm stronger, and I'm also a lot harder to move in judo. And so I thought to myself, I like the weight, I like the extra strength, and of course I like being less injury prone, so to speak, but I don't like the look of it. So I'm gonna stay at this weight, and I'm just gonna put on muscle instead and reduce the fat, but slowly. So the way I'm gonna go about this is that I'm going to go into maintenance mode and basically not try to diet down, but just eat to maintain this weight and basically increase my level of activity, right? My cardio and my strength training. Now my judo, that pretty much takes care of the cardio, and then the strength training, well, I'm gonna be a little bit more diligent with that. And that's how I'm gonna go about it. So how long is this gonna take? This is gonna take probably, I'm giving myself time. So, because building muscle is a slow process. So I'm giving myself, I would say 12 months to get the job done, to be at 176, 175-ish, so maybe a little bit more if I can, but anywhere between 10 to 15% body fat. And I would be happy with that. I don't really care much for being super lean at this point, like, whatever. 10%, I think that for me personally, maintaining single digit body fat, it's too much work, and it's not too much work, but I mean, I like to eat like anybody else. But, I would say anywhere between 10 and 15, I'm perfectly okay with that. Now, if I'm at 10 to 15% body fat and I weigh in at about 175-ish, that's good. That's very good for me. And I've been bigger before with muscle. I've been at, I would say, 197 pounds at maybe 18% body fat. So I know that my body could go up there in terms of muscle and, well, you know, the fat. If I shave off the fat there, I would probably be where I want to be. So it's going to take me about, I would say, a year from now, anywhere between 6 months to a year. And essentially, I'm going to stop eating 3 times a day. That's what I was doing from 2024 to 2025, right? And go back to eating only twice a day, you know, with snacks. Stick with whole foods most of the time. So non-processed foods. Yeah, 80% of the time, 20% of the time, well, you know, I do what I want because I think that way it's sustainable and you get to have some fun, you know, when you go out and all, and for special occasions. And basically, I'm gonna lay off the sweets and the alcohol. Like, what does me in, seriously, guys, are the sweets. I have a sweet tooth and I overdo it, especially on chocolate, well, and candies. Yeah, pastries, not so much, but you know. And yeah, those are the 2 things that get me, man. So I'm just gonna back off on those things. I'll eat them maybe once in a while, but not like, you know, multiple times a week. And that's it. That's all there is to it, man. And I'm going to basically continue training now that I'm settled here in Germany. So just keep blasting my judo training because, well, it's fun and I never go too hard. So it's, to me, it's like light cardio and a little bit more because sometimes I do have to go a little bit more intense in randori, but I always keep it, I would say, anywhere between 50 to, I would say, 80% tops for my effort when it comes to judo, right? Because, well, I want to train more often and I don't want to get injured. So that's how I do it. And I will share you guys my progress along the way to show you how it's going. But I believe that in a year, right? So I would say the end of this year or the beginning of the next, I should be a lot closer to my goal of being 175 poundish, but you know, 10 to 15% body fat. And that's another thing as well, is that when you have a little bit more fat on your body, you're able to build muscle a little bit more easily. So I'm not planning to actually diet or to go down in weight. I'm just gonna maintain, eat healthier, like I said. And then from there, that's it. I'm just gonna use that extra fat to fuel my workouts so that I could build more muscle. You know, I'm gonna use that as energy. And that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna take advantage of, you know, having this extra chub and use it to my advantage, you know, and that's the judo spirit. So let me know, guys, if you have any questions down below. And please like, subscribe, and put on the notification bell. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.